Hello friends, welcome back. Have I got a wonderful flower it up for you today? We are making an orange dream cake. Now, I am using eggs in my cake. You do not need to use eggs for this cake. This is the perfect time to use a substitute. Applesauce, yogurt, look up all the substitutes because any single one of them will work for this cake, okay? Don't feel like you need the eggs. For this recipe, you need a white cake mix, yellow. You could even use vanilla. You get the idea. The only thing we're going to do is make a couple modifications to this. The back of this, it says we need 3/4 a cup of water. We are simply going to replace that with 3/4 a cup of freshly squeezed orange juice. Now, I'm sure you can use store-bought orange juice. I have to be honest, I've never done that, okay? And one of the reasons is I want the zest on this inside it as well. I'm going to take the biggest orange and I'm going to zest it, and I'm going to be putting half of the zest into my cake mix, and the other half I'm going to set aside for my frosting. Yes, I'm adding it to my frosting. It's just unbelievably delicious. So, you need your eggs, you need your oil, or substitute. Don't feel like you have to use eggs. The oil and the liquid required on this box. That's it. I've already got my cake mix dumped into here, and because I'm at a high elevation, I put 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour in there as well. Always following high elevation directions. I'm telling you, if you live at a high elevation, do yourself a service and always follow those directions because they make a big difference on your product. All right, time to squeeze some oranges. All right, friends, I've got my 3 eggs in there, and that's it. I'm adding in, here's my juice, 3/4 a cup of orange juice, and now we need a 1/2 a cup of oil. I've got my 1/2 a cup of oil going in. Perfect. And over here, I did zest some orange, but I'm going to put that in at the end. Now all we got to do is mix it up. I never use a hand mixer when I'm doing this, but I do need 2 hands because, see, my bowl's moving around. Let me mix this up, and then I'll show you putting the zest in. I've got it mixed real nicely, and I'm going to put about a tablespoon of zest into this batter. All right, friends, I don't know if you can see or not, but you'll see little dots of orange in there, and it looks so pretty when it cooks up in your cake. Meanwhile, I have a 9x13 I'm going to cook this in. I've already sprayed this pan, and I'm going to dump it in. I've got it all dumped in the pan, and according to the directions, 9x13 is 26 to 31 minutes. I'll set my timer for about 28 minutes. This is going right into the oven, but let me tell you something. I don't bang my pans, okay? You know, you see people, they make a cake and then they bang them down to take air pockets and stuff out of them. I learned a long time ago that that actually wasn't making my cakes come out pretty. So I don't do that anymore. So if you're a cake banger, pan banger, to, take air out or whatever, next time, try it without it and see the difference in how your cake comes out. All right, into a 350-degree oven, 375 for us because we are at high elevation, and I will let you see it after the 28 minutes is done. Friends, I've got everything here, and this is all we need for the frosting. I've got a stick of butter, which is semi-soft. It really needs to be softer, but I'm just going to whip it with my hand mixer. I've got the zest that I set aside for my frosting, some milk. I'm using goat milk, but you can use any kind of milk you want, even almond milk. It doesn't matter. You just need something to add some moisture into your frosting. I've got powdered sugar, and I have some vanilla. That's it, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by whipping up this butter. I've just been whipping the butter with my whisk attachment and scraping down the sides in between. My butter was a little on the cold side, but now it's softening up really good. So I'm going to scrape all these edges. There you have it. I'm going to add to this about a teaspoon of vanilla. I just use my little eyeball to see. Got about a teaspoon of vanilla in there. And I'm also going to add about 2 tablespoons of milk. There we've got some milk. And now we need to start adding our powdered sugar. Now, it usually takes anywhere between 2 and 4 cups of powdered sugar. It depends on what's going on in the environment. We're just going to keep mixing it up. Slowly adding our powdered sugar in between. Now I'm going to add more powdered sugar. This is just how you do. You put a little in at a time. If it gets too thick, you add a little bit more milk. If it's too thin, you add a little bit more powdered sugar and mix it thoroughly in between each one. See how I'm mixing this in and it's looking crumbly? It'll come together more, but we definitely need to add more milk. That's how you know. You're looking for whatever consistency you want on your frosting. Some want just a thin layer, some want a super thick, fluffy frosting. It's all a matter of preference. Let's turn that up. Now, you can see it's quite thick. We're going to add a couple more drops of milk. Probably about another tablespoon, as well as some more sugar. And let's mix it again. Okay, I gave it a little try. It's still a little too buttery, and that's what you need to do. You need to be testing your frosting as you go along. It's still nice and soft, so I added some more powdered sugar. And now I'm going to add my orange zest in there. And this is just going to pop it with flavor. Let's mix it up. And just like that, our frosting is ready. It's absolutely perfect. Now, if you want to buy store-bought frosting, that's fine too. Just get a vanilla. Get a vanilla frosting or a cream cheese. Either one works great for this. And just put your zest inside, dump it in a bowl and whip it up with some zest, and you will instantly have an orange frosting. But this orange buttercream, oh my goodness, this is to die for. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful looking cake? It's nice and flat. I'm very happy with this. Look at our cake. It's ready. Oh my gosh, guys, I tried the frosting. It is so delicious. I will cut into it so you can see inside. All right, let's show your cake. Look at that bite.
Can I just eat it?
Yeah, but I want them to see. Because it's so delicious.
It's so yummy.
I hope so. Isn't that orange buttercream just
That's
the best?
one of my favorite cakes ever.
It's so good.
It's so good. You guys gotta try it.
You gotta try it. All right, everybody, give us a thumbs up.
Please like, share, and subscribe.
And we're going to be talking to you really soon. God bless and keep every single one of you.
Shalom.